So today I pulled out the beehive because I got the bees coming in this next month. Decided I'm gonna start putting the beehive together. It's actually pretty simple. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's optional nails. I am going to use the nails in it. I'm using the wood glue, but I'm going to also put nails in because we get some pretty heavy weather out here. I just want it to be as strong as possible. But I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you a picture of it after it's assembled. So this is the beehive. I already got one box put together. Right now I'm going to have two boxes. This is the main box. This will be where the bees actually live. This will be their honey. I won't touch anything that's in that box. These are the different parts that come with it. This is the this plastic piece, I believe, is called the queen extruder. So it's big enough for honeybees to fit through, but the queen, she won't fit through itself. It sits on top of this piece, which sits in between the two boxes. So you can see right there, the bees come through that little hole, and then they go through this extruder, and then they'll come onto the top box after they've filled up the bottom with honey. That's my dog barking. She guards this against vultures. She doesn't like them. This is the top piece. This is what goes on the top of the hive. It's reflective up here, helps keep the hive cool. So anyways, kind of cool. Hush. Over here, this will be the bottom piece. This is actually where it sits on, and then the bees just kind of fly in and out of the bottom and go into the different layers to make their honey. And then up here you can see I'm currently putting together the top box right now. So this is the top box here. That's the wood glue I'm using. I just bought I don't know, it's called a Tight Bond original wood glue. It seems to work fine. The hive, I ordered it from Honeykeeper is what it was called. I don't think that there's a website that I see on here, but I got it off of eBay. These are pretty simple to put together. Made in America, for those that think that's important. This is the rest of it right here. This is what's gonna be the frames that are created to go around these guys over here, which is what the bees will actually build their honey onto. So like, this is a makeshift comb, but then they'll go back and add actual wax combing onto these. So these bottom trays, these will be the ones that they build their reservoir of honey on. I don't touch these because they've got to have food to get through the winter and through summer and spring as well. And then these will be the ones that I use. So these will have frames around them, and then these will be the ones that I pull and extract honey from. So now, being that, you know, I'm getting the bees in April this year, I might be able to work them one time, depending, but I won't get a lot of honey this year. It won't be until the following year that I really get honey. I'm going to have a huge garden. Again, as you can see, this is the massive garden. Ignore the big pile of cardboard over there. I believe it or not, I'm breaking that down and I'm going to compost that. So but this is the garden. But enough of that. I'm going to have plenty of things for the bees to pollinate, because I got a lot of fruit trees. I got a lot of berries, and then of course the garden, and I planted a bunch of wildflowers next to the hive. So, you know, that being said, and I also planted some mammoth sunflowers too. So twofold, you know, another thing for the bees, but also those things, I don't know if anyone's ever seen a mammoth sunflower, but man, those things kick off thousands of sunflower seeds, and that'll be awesome for my chickens. So also I have new family members added. I have several baby quail that hatched today. I'm hoping to get a few more, but currently I have at least 7 that have hatched. I'm hoping I'll before it's over, have at least 12 to 14 baby quail that I'm going to have to raise. I'll make another video and show those off in a little bit. They're cute. They're still in the incubator. I'm letting them dry right now, but I'll move them to the hatchery area where they'll grow for a little bit, whatever that's called, in a few more hours after they've had time to dry. So anyways, just wanted to show you what this looked like. Again, I'll take a quick picture of it once it's all built and where it's sitting. And then I'll also down the road make a video of me extracting and putting the queen in the hive and then letting the bees swarm around the hive and make it their new home. Exciting stuff. Anyways, everybody, family, love you all. Friends, love you guys too. Everybody be safe out there, because this is a very weird time in history. I'll talk with y'all later. Bye. All right, so I got the beehive put together. I'm gonna show you piece by piece, and then I'll stack it all together, but I'll show you the individual pieces and what they all look like. So I'll start with the bottom and work my way up, just so you can see. All right, so this first piece you see right here, this is the bottom. This little wood piece, if you notice, it's got notches here and here. Now, I'm not sure, they don't really specify which would be more conducive for this area. I'm gonna leave the bigger notch there. This is how the bees, they go in and out of the hive. I don't know if it should be, in Georgia, I should be going with the larger one or the smaller one, but I'm gonna leave it with the bigger one for now until I know better. But if anyone knows, let me know, you know, because this is all new to me. So then after that, we've got this large section of the hive. So this is right here, one of the screens that I put together. This is where they'll build the honeycomb onto and the honey. And this is also where the queen will be laying her eggs. So this is where the young will hatch, and this is also where they will have their food. So all of these that you see right here, these are all screens for the hive. I won't touch any of those. Those are specifically for the bees. And so they've got to build that up before I even start seeing honey. After that, this is the area, I showed this a little earlier, where they come through to get up to the area to build the honey, or make the honey that I'll be collecting. This little screen that goes over it is what segregates the queen from being able to come up into the top chamber where the honey is that will be my honey. So this keeps the queen out and keeps the workers busy, still going up and putting the honey in the way that they're supposed to into the chamber upstairs eventually. Which brings us to this. This is the upstairs chamber. So these little guys here, believe it or not, if this gets full on both sides, this is will be about 6 pounds of honey, 5 maybe 6 pounds of honey. So there's 10 of these, so you know, you're talking, if this was completely full, I might get 60 pounds of honey out of this thing whenever I work it. You know, if you have a healthy hive, I guess you might be able to work it twice a year. That's a lot of honey. I'll never eat all that honey in a year, but anyways, honey's expensive, so definitely something worth having around, and the bees are certainly worth having around because I have a garden and so forth. This silver piece is the cap. It's heavy and goes up on top of the hive, weights it down a little bit. I guess the silver is reflective, so keeps the hive, I guess, from getting too warm or whatnot. Helps to control the environment a little in the hive. So I'm going to put it together and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is what it looks like all finished. So that is a two-tiered beehive. The big fat one down at the bottom for the bees, the skinnier one at the top for me. But you know, that'll be plenty of honey. If I'm successful with this one, then I'm sure I'll do another. But you know, bees, I think there's a lot involved with them because there are diseases. I got to watch out for their parasites. They require a lot of checking into, you know, or you can lose the hive. So you know, it's going to be there will be some vigilance while I'm learning how to keep bees. But all around this hive, where you see this all dug out, those are all wildflowers coming up. So the bees should be happy. Now I won't have them in until mid next month, in April is when I get them. So when I get them, I'll show you how to put the queen in and let the bees go and find their new home. So, but I'll be excited to see them because at that point, all of my plants should be coming up and looking real healthy, and the bees should help significantly, you know, pollinate everything. So anyways, again, shout out to everybody. Love y'all. As usual, be prepared. If you do like what I'm doing, always feel free to put your input in. Try to be nice, especially friends. I know how you guys can or enjoy trolling me. But you know, I'm just putting this out here so you can see what I'm doing instead of computers. So, but this has been quite a learning experience, I'll put it that way. So be prepared. It's crazy out there. Adios.